Hello everybody and welcome to episode 4 of the BaconCraft server. This is Hodag and I am brought to you here by the spider zombie spawner. And as you can see, between episodes we did a little bit of work here at the spawner and I'm almost about ready to start enchanting. I just need to get one more level, it looks like, because 100 is better than 99. So let's do it. I'm gonna go with the zombies. 1, 2, give to me all your experience. Ta-da! Yeah. I have never been in the 3 digits for levels of experience before. This is awesome. So definitely now, the next cut we are meeting at the enchanting table. Let's go. Alright, here we go, you guys. I just want to show you what I've gotten so far, okay? So we got plenty of lapis up here to enchant, definitely. We got like 5.5 stacks, so we can enchant as much as we want. And we got unlimited XP basically from the XP farm, so we should be fine there. And here's my luck so far, you guys. I've gotten an efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, unbreaking 3, unbreaking 3. I mean, even if you combine 2 of these, that's still not even a great pickaxe. This is horrible. So I'm going to go ahead and you can see I've already made a bunch of enchantable diamond gear here. And I made a couple throwaway gears over here just in case I don't like what it says for the enchanting. But I want to share with you one thing. I gotta admit, I took a peek already. What is in the enchanting table? And silk touch. And that's definitely, I don't even care what the rest of this stuff is. I want my silk touch, so that's what we're getting. And of course, it's just silk touch. I can't win here. So I'm probably going to combine the silk touch and unbreaking 3 and efficiency 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my mine because I have a bunch of diamond ores just waiting around down there. And I'm going to go ahead down there and mine them. Unless, let's see what comes up next. Oh my gosh! I got it! Alright, here we go. Finally! It has paid off. Waiting and getting crappy pickaxes. Okay, you guys, we're set. I'm going to go down and get the rest of the diamonds and come back up here and see how much this I can do. I don't really need too many more pickaxes because I can't get mending on it, and that would be the only other thing I would really need. I could use another efficiency 4 so I can get efficiency 5 on some of these by combining them. And then I could use some borderline good shovels and axes and stuff like that, but maybe looting on the sword. But I'm going to go down and get all the diamonds. I'm going to make some helms. I'm going to make some boots, some chest plates, some leggings, see what I can get on those, and I'll be right back. And I'm back from the mine, you guys. It took me a long time. I actually got lost. I went down into some caves. I was trying to find the diamond ores that I knew where they were. I had coordinates written down, but I thought, you know what, I can find them. Got lost in some caves, then got lost into a seemingly infinite mine shaft, abandoned mine shaft that was just went on and on. I ended up getting like another stack and a half of iron, and I got a bunch of redstone and about 5 or 6 stacks of coal, so that was nice. But I ended up finding the diamonds. The last one that I couldn't find for a long time had 5 ores in it, and I ended up getting 39 more diamonds to add to my stack already. So I had close to a stack. I went back in, and some of you guys who are observing can see I'm at 16 levels. And I didn't want to quite give it away, but we are ready. Not only that, but let's check all this out. And I want to show you guys. This is the funny part. This right here, I did not enchant. This is what I was using before when I had all iron gear, just regular iron gear, when I was making the XP farm. And one of the zombies that I killed, one of the poor zombies that came out of the spawner actually had these leggings, and I realized that they were better than what I was wearing. The zombie had better gear than me. So yes, I took his leggings. That was how poor I was. Now I combined a bunch of swords. I still don't have unbreaking on here, and it's not the greatest yet, but I just went and killed a spider outside to try it out, and I got the overkill achievement, so it's definitely good for spiders. The gear I'm not so happy with, but we're going to improve it over time. I got fire protection up here because I'm going in the nether soon. Got protection 4 on the chest plate. I got protection 3 on the leggings. And we did get feather falling 4 and blast protection on the feet, so that is awesome. That is definitely something I wanted. I wanted feather falling, and it was nice to get blast protection as well. Then our diamond pickaxes here. I had this one before I broke over and we went down into the mine, so that was nice. I got another one exactly like it. I actually combined some things, so I got a backup for that. And then we got our Silk Touch that we got down. We combined like 3 of those to get Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, and Silk Touch. And then I actually got another Silk Touch when I came back up in Efficiency 3, so I can eventually upgrade that. But this way we got a backup set. We got a backup Efficiency, we got a backup Fortune, and we got a backup Silk Touch. And then I got some extra boots here, Depth Strider 3, which is really nice to have in case we go into some water stuff. And then I got a nice diamond pickaxe, or sorry, a nice diamond axe, Fortune 3 Unbreaking, Efficiency 4, and Efficiency 4 on a shovel, which is nice. The only reason I enchanted a diamond axe is because I need more. Let's look out the window here. You see those giant trees down there? I need to go get more of those because I'm almost out. After I built this farm and after I was using the wood for whatever I was using it for, pickaxes and things, I need more wood because before we go into the nether, which is one thing that we're about to do and I'll explain more later, we need to finish connecting up that XP farm to this base because right now I got to run forever and it just takes too long. So I have a plan for how I'm going to make it. It's very simple. It's not going to take you guys that long to even watch, but I'll go down to the mine there and I'll show you how I'm going to connect this up in just a second. Alright, you guys, it's been about 2 days since I last recorded, and since then I've spent hours upon hours chopping down, I didn't want to do that, chopping down trees. I had like a full single chest full of spruce trees. I had a full, no, not a full, not another one, but I had a full 20 stacks or so full of birch, because I figured I was going to use some of that in this build. And we're down here trying to connect up the starter base to the XP farm, which is right here, and trying to make this little tunnel railway that's going to go the entire way down. And I've already you can already see that I've started to try to build it out of spruce and other planks like that, but I've just decided that I hated it, and we're kind of starting over. And I have another plan right now that I'm going to try, and hopefully it works out, but who knows, it might fail again. But I figured I'd tell you guys a few things while I'm doing this, and you can also see me actually build something live on camera, which might be a horrible failure, so I apologize if that is. But the few things that I wanted to tell you, let's get to that. Number one, it's incredibly hot here in Guadalajara, where I live, this time of year. And I'm only telling you that because I built a makeshift fort in the corner of my living room in order to better the sound quality for all of you guys. And this fort is built out of like just a couple foam slabs, and it's built out of a mattress and some blankets. It's a mess, really, is what it is. If you guys could see it, you'd probably be saddened by my just horrible fort. I mean, I used to build forts when I was younger, and they were awesome, of course, but no, it's just bad. I'm gonna redo it eventually, but you know, I'm starting off right now. I don't want to put a ton of money into this, so I'm gonna have a little really poor looking fort, and I might even post a picture of it on Twitter or something eventually. So check on there every once in a while if you want to check this out. And I'm not hating this, but I'm not liking it either. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so it's really hot, but I improved the audio quality. That's the whole point of that. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I do have a full-time job, and I don't just play Minecraft all the time. That's not all I do, guys. For those of you who didn't know that. So when this week, like a week like this happens this week, where just tons of random things pop up that I was not expecting, it takes me longer to put out videos. And those of you who have really been waiting to see the next episode, I wanted to apologize for the delay because I want to play more Minecraft. I really enjoy doing it, and it's really fun. But there's many times where I can't just do that. I have to do, obviously, the job that gets me money and allows me to be able to make silly forts in my living room and record these episodes. So that's what I am doing. And this isn't that bad, you guys. And maybe some birch in the middle. I wonder what that would look like. Okay, let's try that. Let's keep moving along. Anyway, so I'm making Minecraft videos and all that stuff, and I forgot what I was talking about because I'm trying to build stuff here and talk to you at the same time, and it's incredibly difficult. I mean, I thought it was going to be difficult, but it is really, really difficult to try to do this and build something that I think might actually look okay while I'm talking to you guys and sounding hopefully semi-intelligent, but probably not. The other things I want to mention is my building style. Some of the people that I know who I either play with on here, has talked to me about this, or other people that have been watching the videos but are not playing on here with me. They've mentioned that they like the way I build, and I was kind of surprised by this because I have never really cared for how I built. I always usually built things really fast and without much purpose, and the only purpose was to get it done so that I could have all the potatoes or something, you know, functionality and all that stuff. And now I've recently kind of changed that up, and I'm trying really hard to build stuff that looks nice, and I've only been doing it for a couple months now. And so I feel like I'm still kind of crap at it, but people said it was okay. So I want to tell you where it came from, because I'm not building this good, if this is good, just because of me. I'm building this good, if it is good, because of many other people, actually. So I wanted to share with you who these people were. I first began watching Minecraft, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing, man. The first person I watched was Mumbo, and if you're not familiar with Mumbo's videos, go on and check him out, because the guy is a master redstone person, and that was why I got into it in the first place. I wanted to build these redstone automated contraptions, and I had no idea how to, but I'd seen people do them before, so I said, yeah, I can try something like that. And of course I was failing horribly, so I went on YouTube and checked out Mumbo's videos. And the guy knows what he's doing with redstone. If you haven't seen him, go check him out, because he'll teach you a thing or two. And I think if you ask him personally right now even, he would probably tell you that building is probably not his strength. But there are a few things that he has taught me along the way, and I want to mention them. Number one that he has taught me is depth. You want to add depth to your builds. Oh, I want that. You want to add depth to your builds, because otherwise they get really boring, I think. And that's not his words, that's mine. They're going to get boring. And nobody's going to like to look at them. Everything in Minecraft lends itself to looking square. So anything that you can make not look square, like me pushing these walls back but have these pillars right here, and then trying to have like water or something that's not like a normal block right here, and then pushing the ceiling up just by, you know, one block like that. And maybe it'll look slightly better, you know? It's just depth like that. The second person I want to give a shout out to is Brian or Brian. I'm pretty sure I'm slaughtering his name or mispronouncing it on accident or whatever. I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. But he is a master at basically structural, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But he was the first one who basically opened up the idea of making things look real. And I kind of did that from the beginning, but he opened up a whole new area of that. So you can see these pillars. These pillars were the first thing that I put in, and this is for structural support for this tunnel. Even though in Minecraft physics don't necessarily work, you want them to look real, and then they will feel or be real, okay? So with these pillars here, it feels like it's holding up the tunnel, and the tunnel is going to be fine, you know? And that's what the main thing he taught me, is first starting with your pillars and then building around it and adding in all the details then, which I'm doing now. Third person I want to mention is Keralis. If you ever watch Keralis, he's a crazy dude, and I say that with the most amount of love ever. If Keralis ever for some reason watches this, he just always seems crazy, but the guy knows what he's doing as well. He definitely knows what he's doing. If you watch him, he was the first one that opened up my eyes to the fact that some of these blocks are not just blocks. He used them in such a way that was just amazing to me. I couldn't believe that he could build a house with a roof that had so much style and depth and just every little thing to it. And it wasn't just a tiny little house with a junk roof anymore. It was an amazing work of art, really, is what it was. And so I got into it, and he would use all these details and he'd just make the simplest of things that I had tried to build before and failed horribly, and he would do them with such ease and use blocks in ways that I never thought you could even do. So shout out to Keralis, because he did that. And the last one I'm on to mention, last but not least, is false symmetry. False symmetry is the master of detail and also the master of not necessarily having everything be symmetrical. And I'm not sure if she ever planned that with her name being the way it is. But she definitely did that. The detail thing is like that path outside where you saw me placing all those flowers if you watched a few episodes ago. I was done with the build, really. I didn't have to add in a bunch of fence posts and flowers and things that really, some of you might think that made no sense to do. But I did it, and in my opinion, it just made all the difference. It was that last little icing on the cake that really made things look good. So that was false symmetry. You guys, I'll put links to all these people down in the description. If you want to watch them, check them out, figure out what they really are about. But I'm kind of liking this tunnel now, you guys. I just got to put the track in, and I got to obviously make it go all the way back up to the thing. But yeah, we're going to continue this, and I'll be back when it's a bit further. Okay, everyone, we have been making some killer progress down in the mine by the XP farm down there. And we've made it like halfway back up here to our starter base, so I figured I'd come back up here and I'd figure out exactly where we're going to actually make our entrance. And it's going to be a secret entrance, just because we can make a secret entrance. Not like anybody would ever come in here and like mysteriously try to break into our XP farm to use it, and I wouldn't even have a problem if they did. But it's just fun to make secret entrances stuff. So this little item frame up here, which is right above my bed, and looks like it's just, you know, a mantelpiece that's just beautiful and has a decorative effect. It's actually going to be our switch to open this, which is going to be a double piston extended door. And in order to do that, we're going to do a piston here, sticky pistons by the way, and then these. So these two blocks are going to slide forward and come flush right here with the wall, just like this side over here, and it's going to look like nothing is there. Now in order to accomplish that, it gets a little bit trickier. Okay, now we need a block just for building basically, and so I don't destroy them later, I'm going to use these. Okay, and we're going to need like that, and then we're going to put, let's see, redstone dust here, and then that there, and this one has to go to 4. Okay, so we got 2, 4, and then the first one is just 1 tick, basically. And then we wire this across. And so if they all turn on at the same time, I think I have a lever here. And you can see that this is now closed, or you can kind of see. If I destroy part of the wall, you can see it is. But now, all we have to do is make it wired up to this little, right here is the back of that item frame up there. So we have to wire it up to that, which might be a little bit tricky because I'm going to have to start tunneling up here kind of, and that's going to be kind of tough. So let's see, we got to get a comparator into the back of that block. I hope I don't destroy anything important. There it is, except then I messed it all up. And right now it's reading something. Okay, now we need to start bringing that signal down, and we also need to make it so that the signal is a little bit stronger, because right now if I turned it only once, oh no, why don't we do this? Let's make it so that every time you turn the sword or whatever's in this item frame on the other side of this block, it turns the comparator signal 1 signal stronger. So we can just make it so that I would have to turn it an extra block or something like that. Here, if I put this here and then bring this down here, then we can do this, I think. No, because it has to go into a block here, so it's going to have to go like this. And destroy that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, so it's going to go into this block. Then what we can do is bring it down another block, like there, and then we can bring it down to here, and then it's going to go into here and charge the whole thing. And I forgot to put redstone on top of all those. So if we break this one right there, and then put redstone here. You know, it's funny, I would like to see how many of you actually think this is going to work, because I'm not entirely convinced it is. 2. Shall we just go around it? Oh, no, I'm getting a signal out of this, so it should work if I turn it 2 more times. No, that's not going to work either, because if I turn it 2 more times, it's only going to power this one. I need it to power all these at the same time, which means we're going to need to do this. Okay, we need to destroy this one. We need to get a repeater, put that there. Now it's going to work. Okay, but we have to go around and test it to make sure, and just to look at it because it's cool. So let's go around and it's closed, so I have to break my way out. And we'll put the wall back. Okay, looks normal now. Uh-oh. Okay, there must already be a signal strength of 1 in there, so that means we're going to have to put a little bit of a delay into the strength. Alright, let me figure this out and I'll be right back, you guys. And about 15 minutes later, and about 4 or 5 problems that I've solved, and we have a working, hidden, double piston extender door. And so you can walk in. Now what happens exactly back here after I've made like 4 variations on it, because that's how redstone goes all the time. Every time I think I know what I'm going to do with redstone, and I think I've figured it out, it just goes all wrong. So basically this is already going to put out a signal of 1 with an item in the frame. And so I needed to have it so that it goes out 2 when I have to turn the item 1 time. That goes into this block. Now if I had it normal, it would be whatever. It would open and close the door the opposite of what I wanted. So I had to invert the signal here. So when it goes to 2, it turns this torch off, and then it runs down here and it powers this, and right now it's in the mode where it basically has the door open. And so if I wanted to power those pistons and push it back shut, this torch would turn on and go power them, and the only way that's going to turn on is if this signal is less and not feeding into this block. So basically that's how I had to do it. I'm going to make sure to put a few torches up here just so nothing can spawn in this little room, because I'm about to close off this little area, continue our little I don't know what I want to call it, the little like tunnel, the tunnel that's leading between this place and the other place. It's going to open up right here. You're going to get in your minecart and you're going to travel that way and down and around, and you're eventually going to get down to the XP farm. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this whole thing, and then we will be back, everyone, and we're going to ride the roller coaster. Okay, hours later for me and just seconds later for you, here we are. We're at my house and I'm going, oh my gosh, I need experience, guys. What do I do? Oh man, okay. To the Bat Cave. Ooh. You guys can take it all in, jump in, push the button, here we go. And we are here. There's no special way to collect your minecart or whatever, but eventually maybe I'll just put a chest of minecarts. Here's all the stuff here, and there's 2 more chests back over here. I have a little service hatch. This goes behind the XP farm, but there's a couple more chests over there holding all of the stone that I had to dig out in order to make this thing. It took a lot of my resources, it took a lot of my time, and but I like the way it looks. I really do. And so I'm going to get rid of this chest here and clean this place up, and then I'll completely have a working farm. And that's going to about do it for this episode, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked the way I did this episode with fewer cuts, but you got to actually see me build some stuff, then let me know in the comment section. If you didn't, also let me know, and I can kind of change the episodes to pander to whatever you guys do enjoy. But if you liked this episode, go ahead and push the like button, and if you want to keep watching further episodes, future episodes, then go ahead and subscribe. But this is Hodeg, you guys, and I am out.